and suffering, when offered to God, becomes something we pass on as a testimony. The question is not whether we will hand on our mission, but how. Will we pass it on purified by love, or distorted by fear and control midway through life? Many people struggle with letting go. I have sat beside dying parishioners who feared being forgotten. I have listened to parents who feared losing influence over their grown children. And I have prayed with priests who feared that their work would vanish after they were gone.
Create professional voiceovers with VB.VN.
But again and again, the Lord teaches us the same lesson. Fruitfulness often begins when we release what we love into God's hands. Jesus himself shows us this mystery. On the cross, he appears to lose everything: his strength, his followers, his dignity. Yet it is precisely there that salvation is accomplished. What looks like an ending becomes a beginning. What looks like failure becomes victory. This is the logic of the gospel, and it is the logic behind every true transition in the church as we move toward the conclusion of this meditation. Let us examine our own hearts. Where are we clinging instead of trusting? Where are we afraid to let God lead beyond our plans? The church does not need flawless leaders. It needs humble servants who know when to speak and when to step aside. It does not need crowns of gold. It needs crosses carried with love. The symbolic image of Pope Francis preparing the way for another shepherd is not about the future of one office. It is about the fidelity of the entire church. It reminds us that the mission does not belong to us. We belong to the mission. And the mission belongs to Christ. Let us end with this truth. Dear brothers and sisters, the church is not sustained by human continuity alone, but by divine faithfulness. Jesus promised that the gates of hell would not prevail against his church. That promise does not depend on personalities, eras, or names. It depends on him, and he never fails. May we pray for Pope Francis, for all who shepherd the people of God, and for those who will carry the mission forward in ways we cannot yet imagine. And may we each learn the holy art of handing on what we have received, not with fear, but with faith, not with control, but with love.
Synthetic voice by VB.VN.